Kenny, you must have a lot of people who ask you to tell the story of your life. What drew you into this project of Asif's?
No, if somebody asks me if I can tell them about my life, I pass them on to the good lady. Marina tells them. But
so Marina persuaded you?
She couldn't make it this time, so she stepped in.
So Marina, she persuaded you, did she?
She was what?
She persuaded you to do it.
I always do what I'm told.
You're a massive Liverpool fan, I understand. So I guess that was one part of the attraction. But Kenny's life is an incredible story. Is it something you've wanted to do for a while?
I think partly it was for people like my generation who remember Kenny. I felt like he deserved a movie. And it's also for my kids' generation who really only know Kenny from playing FIFA. So, you know, they've got Maradona, Cruyff and Kenny Dalglish playing up front. But it's pre-Premier League, it's pre-Champions League. So I thought I really wanted to make a film for that generation to show everyone how good he was on the pitch. But it's also a film about how amazing he was for the club, the city, off the pitch.
Yeah, and we'll get on to that and the difficult challenges, the things that you had to tell in the story. But Robbie, as a Liverpool lad, as a legend around these parts, just if you will, make him blush and tell us what Kenny means to this city.
I don't think I could ever make him blush. I don't think I can. But look, I think he is a real father figure to everyone in the city. I think for what he does for the football club, not only does for the football club, but also for the city as well. He's an incredible man. And he's a man who I know very, very well. I've seen him as a player for many, many years. I've actually grown as a good friend of Kenny's as well, and I love being in his company. He's an absolute superstar, and yeah, obviously thank you for all you do. You are a genuine superstar. He has gone over.
I know, yeah.
He's gone all flustered. You can't hear me.
What did you say?
He said you're pretty good. He said you're a pretty amazing bloke. And as I alluded to there were more challenging aspects that you had to tell in the film about Kenny's life. How did you approach Hillsborough and what went on?
I thought it's such an... I mean, originally I thought, can I just make a film about Kenny and just talk about the football? But then everyone I spoke to said, well, you missed the point of the man and the club and the city. So we had to go into, we show Heysel and we go into Hillsborough. And I thought it's another part of British history that maybe it really should not be forgotten. And we need to understand it was a massive miscarriage of justice. And the reason why Kenny's so special is he stood up for the city, the team, the people, against the government, against the police, against the authorities, essentially because they weren't telling the truth. And Kenny stood up for all the people telling the truth. And I think that, I wanted to put that in the film. We're in a stage where I think we need good leaders. And Kenny was a really good man and a good leader who came from an amazing family background. And we should celebrate people like Kenny now, while he's around, to enjoy it and for him to get the love from all of us. I think that's really what I set out to do.
Kenny, when you come here to Anfield, and we're standing here with a Kenny Dalglish stand just behind you there, you're watching a match, and you look up and see that. What goes through your mind in those moments?
No, it's a privilege, obviously. It's a great honour to have anything named after you. There's a lot of people made huge contributions to this football club, and I don't see them having the recognition roundabout, so somebody must have had a few drinks, I think, to put my name up there, but it's not as if I'm not ungrateful, but it's a team sport, and any success we had here, it wasn't basically down to one person, it was down to everybody. And it has always been a football club for the community, and it's great when it's like that.
Kenny, I've got a question. So, you know, when obviously Asif approached you and you talk about the unbelievable highs, unbelievable sad lows at this football club, how was your emotions when you were obviously talking and then obviously seeing the final edit of the movie?
No, I don't think... Well, my granddaughters were at 2, the grandsons were at 1, and they both started crying at the end. And I thought it was okay, really, but they started crying, and it is upsetting, but it's the truth. It's the truth, and listen, there's no point in doing it if you don't want to do it properly. To get somebody like Asif to ask you to do a documentary is a huge honour because of what he's done in the past. But the Heysel was in it, but Hillsborough, there'll always be something that's closer to any football match that anybody's ever had here.
And Kenny, from a footballing point of view, what would you, I don't know if anyone's ever asked you this, but what would you say is your greatest achievement on a football pitch, whether it's as a player or as a manager?
greatest achievement was just signing a professional for him at Celtic when I was 17. And then you just take it on for there. I mean, it's different if it's golf, where it's in an individual sport, but this was a team sport. If you choose your team, like, you've got a better chance of being successful because you've got 15, 20 people that's going to be playing with you. So for me, I was here to win it as a team member. Individual trophies, yeah, you feel proud that you won it, but no, I'd rather win the team sport.
Well, I think you chose your team well again, because who knows the awards that this film might win, Asif. It certainly is right up there, and it's a brilliant watch, and it is live on Prime right now. So when you've enjoyed Real Madrid's visit here this evening, you can go to Prime and watch it, and I'm sure you'll enjoy it as much as all of us.